same way. I'm feeling these feelings of attachment for both my sons, my own family, and my father and his family, because I'm her daughter, or his daughter. So if Krishna is here with us, the Pandavas are fine, but the Yadus are feeling separation. And if Krishna goes to Dwaraka, then over here in Hastinapur, we're feeling separation. And so I'm torn between these two affections. Please take away the material portion of that attachment and leave only the spiritual portion of that attachment. So similarly, that's what happened to Uddhava. The affection, because he knew, 560 million, and that's the male members, are going to be finished. And then there's all the children and the female members and elders and so many other things. And they're going to be feeling their feelings towards the loss of, same position as Arjuna, isn't it? In the Kurukshetra, before the battle took place. So Uddhava was relieved of those torn feelings towards the bodily conception. But he still had this feeling of affinity, attachment for Krishna, knowing he's going to leave. And then Krishna puts something on the other side of the pan scale and gives him some service to do. Then he has some service to do which is separate from Krishna. He doesn't want to leave. But he doesn't want to not do Krishna's service, because that's his life and soul, is serving. And Krishna says, go. He doesn't want to go, because he's attached to Krishna. What to speak of, if I go, then Krishna's gone. So he's steadied by these three things. Remembering the kindness and mercy that Krishna has extended to him, by feelings of gratitude for that which Krishna has extended to him, and by remembering the instructions. And at the very end, that's what Krishna says to Uddhava. Remember these instructions and try to understand very deeply the meaning of these instructions, and you'll be peaceful, because I'll be with you by that. Spiritually, it's very important. Service and separation, kind of an idea. Because it's something we all have to deal with if we become attached to a devotee or devotees or something like that. Whether they're a family member or some other one, some other relation. Uddhava resolved, steadied by his intelligence, resolved his mind, and fixed Krishna within his heart, and went forward to fulfill the instruction that Krishna had given him. Krishna says at the end of his instructions to Uddhava, this is your last lifetime, you're going to return to the spiritual world. But, sub-comment is, he's always with Krishna in the spiritual world. He's one of his eternal associates. It's just a leela in which he's saying like that. Uddhava leaves with Krishna in his heart. He hears Krishna has made the arrangement for the Yadu dynasty to depart. Krishna still hasn't departed. He comes back. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? He finds Krishna on the bank of the river Saraswati, which today we don't know where it is, leaning against a young banyan tree. And our acharyas say it's significant that it's a young banyan tree, with his long arms down to his knees, seemingly like a meditative trance. Uddhava runs, throws himself at Krishna's feet and begins crying. Krishna speaks with him. Maitreya hears the whole subject matter. Again, Krishna instructs him, go. And Uddhava goes. So back to Canto 11, Chapter 30. After Uddhava Gita is spoken, these things transpire between Krishna and Uddhava. And then again, Krishna goes to the Sudharma Assembly Hall. The Sudharma Assembly Hall was an import. Came from the heavenly planets. And it goes back to the heavenly planets after Krishna's pastimes, we'll hear. But he goes into the assembly hall and advises the elders of the Yadu dynasty what he wants them to do and why. The curse of a Brahmana is unbreakable. Symptoms of that curse having its effect are already abundant. So immediately, don't delay any further, immediately gather the male members. We're going to go perform this particular important yajna at Prabhas. Yeah. In this connection, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says something very interesting. Krishna, during the occasion of solar eclipse, Krishna and the residents of Dwaraka went to Kurukshetra to engage in auspicious activities on the occasion of the solar eclipse. En route, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, he was approached by the personality of Kali. The personality of Kali was confronted by Maharaj Parikshit earlier, by Maharaj Parikshit earlier. Is that right? No, later. Personality of Kali was approached Krishna, saying, "It's my age. This is your plan. So when am I going to do my thing? Because it's still Dwarapa Yuga. Krishna is present." Krishna said, "After my departure, Dwarapa Yuga will end, and it'll be your yuga." Vishwanath says, Krishna began to consider, how is this going to work? How am I going to arrange my departure pastime? If I do like Ramachandra did, and in the vision of everybody else that's on earth, I ascend to the spiritual world as Ramachandra did, seeing all the my eternal associates go with me, what's going to happen? Vishwanath says, Krishna considered there's persons favorable, persons unfavorable, and persons on the fence. They're not sure if they're favorable or unfavorable. I've removed the unfavorable. They're gone. And then if I leave this way, those that are devotees, thousands of times over they'll become enthusiastic and devoted. The ones that are on the fence, they'll become devotees. And so how is Kali Yuga going to take place if Dharma is so abundant? It's my plan that there's Kali Yuga, and he just reminded me I have to make some arrangement so that Kali Yuga can flourish after I've gone. So I have to remove the Yadu dynasty members as well, because they're upholders of Dharma, for the most part. Interesting. I mean, it's intricate doing anything, just cooking. Those that are cooking for all of us, those that are purchasing the vegetables for all of us, those that are making the transportation arrangements, the accommodation arrangements, and Anybody that wants to volunteer be the organizer of this event, please let Padmanabha know. He'll be glad to have somebody take over. What to speak of being in charge of the universe? What to be in charge of everything spiritual and material? There's like so many things to consider. But Krishna is considering some of these so many things, how to have the Kali Yuga happen after his departure. That's one of the reasons why the Yadu dynasty departure happened the way that it happened. As I said, there's a list of 18 things that our acharyas have indicated, or the verses of the Bhagavatam indicate. So, the Mausala came here, had their rituals for reducing the negative influence, gave gifts to the brahmanas, they gave in charity to people by Krishna's arrangement. And then tournament became, a little more serious than play. Inside the tree, you can't put out the fire. By Krishna's internal potency arrangement. It's very interesting. He finds Krishna, having searched for him everywhere. Now he's entirely devoted to Krishna. And on the circumstance, the intimate ask, as Uddhava asked, please take me with you. Krishna gave him water. The service I have some. He didn't. So how am I going to exist? You do. Devastated of them, make the arrangement that Arjuna was unable to protect the queens. His strength came from Krishna, wasn't. Interesting commentary. Times Narada visited Dwaraka. It was one form of Krishna in different places, same form of Krishna in different places at the same of Krishna, many forms, which Krishna's took place. Potency to do that. Doesn't say how he did it, just Krishna. I like this. Jiva Goswami says, but if you accept that he has unlimited or he asked Srila Prabhupada, is there an Arjuna there with him? And then it's not Arjunas in each of those universes. Where did he do that? Because Krishna's Satchitananda Devaki was present at all the weddings. Krishna's amazing. It's beyond. While Dwaraka was there, all of Krishna's weapons personified. More of Krishna's inconceivable. Uddhava was to manage his feelings, instructions given to him by Krishna. So that's what Dwaraka did. Krishna's upper lila. Behavior of the Yadus was like 160 million of them got into it. It was by the forgot duty, forgot Krishna's position, let it all happen because it was part of his plan. But that Arjuna's becoming bewildered was Krishna's plan. His plan. Pure devotees act under the say anything. To show to the world that there are certain principles that not to be crossed tomorrow or the next date. Very nice point. And knives, what the Uddhava shared disturbed him. He who thinks that Krishna sent kings that were after me. Explained this, I do it either okay, I'm okay if he does, or I'm okay if he doesn't. It's either a 1 or a 0. Many women, Krishna, 16,000. And there are no limitations to your go left instead of right. Was inclined about his talks with Krishna and Maitreya. Not even talking to Maitreya, although he's there by Krishna's mercy. So by hearing devotees, but we want to become, and with the eagerness to that feels the same feel and feeling contented with that, caring about, we'll see how long it goes, we have some time now for what I thought is the devotees would rather have kirtan than lunch prasadam. Just a few kilometers away where Krishna was shot to do. Go see either the temple or the...
Hare Krishna. Some important announcements. First one is as follows.